Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today, my good friend Kimberly Marooney is with us, and we're going to be talking about awakening your angel light body. And so, just that alone is like, wow, that sounds like fun, right? So we're going to be talking about how energy is streaming into our world from the cosmos. And right now is a great time for us to really tap into that, to awaken who we are. We are in the Lionsgate portal still, and that also opens up the flow of energy that supports abundance and us dreaming big. So this is the time. We're also going to be talking about focusing on the qualities of your eternal self. What are your superpowers? What comes naturally? And the more you focus on these divine qualities, the more quickly they will embody to become accessible. And your angel light body, and I'm really excited to talk about that and experience that in this call, is eternal, and it's dwelling in the divine realm of love. And in your angel light body, you are ascended, awake, and one with all that is. While you are unique, there is no separateness from other light beings. It is an experience of pure love and consciousness with no self or personality. It is at once ecstatic and serene, expansive, and fulfilled. So breath is your connecting link. So we're going to be doing some breathing during the process and meditation later. So through breath, you can expand the light you carry in every situation and moment of life. So I'm so excited that Kimberly's here with us today to talk about all of this and to experience, a meditation. We're going to be taking some live caller questions. And for those of you who don't know Kimberly, she was on our show earlier this year, I think in February for the first time, I think. And, we had such a wonderful show, expansive, high vibrations, so much fun. And so she's back with us today. And I know that it's going to be another fantastic show. And, lives change when Reverend Dr. Kimberly Marooney speaks. And today she's going to be speaking to you and all of us. And, I'm like already feeling the energy is moving, the energy is coming through. And I'm excited to hear what we're going to talk about. And hundreds of thousands of people worldwide have been touched by Kimberly's work and teaching through her books, best-selling cards, courses, social media, and radio. And the reason why is because when angels want a new energy manifest on Earth, Kimberly is their go-to Earth angel. And the angels have guided Kimberly into an amazing life of creativity, and each work has laid the foundation for what followed. And so I'm, like, how wonderful is that, right? How expansive and joyful is that? So Kimberly, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you, Laura. I'm so happy to be here with all of our beautiful friends.
Right, and that's the thing. It's like, for those of you who are watching on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere, time really does not exist. Everything is now. So even if you're watching later, it's okay. Just be open to experiencing the energies, receiving the divine guidance and wisdom from the angels and from Kimberly, and just be open to receiving all that we're going to receive on this call today. And so all that being said, it's like, Kimberly, I really want to, I'm so excited to talk about the angel light body, embodying that, awakening that. What does that look like? How does that feel? And really, honestly, how does that help us in this time?
Oh, what a good question. I'm all about feet on the ground. How does that help me here now? Because I've been on the spiritual path for a long time. I've been on the spiritual path since the early or late 70s, 1970s. And I've had some just amazingly blissful and very high experiences, and then I opened my eyes and here I am back in the world with all the same problems and challenges. So I'm all about integration and how do these experiences help us to have a more enjoyable, more joyful, more fulfilling and nurturing and loving relationship in life. Now, for some of us who have big challenges in the world, it can take years. Like for me, it's taken years. Especially when I started out, I had some huge obstacles to overcome in my life. One of them took 15 years, another one took 10 years. And so now we're at a point where, because of the amount of energy that's coming in, it doesn't have to take so long once you can get in the right stream and flow with that stream. So how do we do that? How do we use our angel light body energy for that? And as an example, I haven't figured out how to live engaged in my angel light body yet, because when I'm there, I'm in just total bliss. Like I was listening to the joy activation, which is our free gift, my free gift. I listened to that before we came in, and oh man, I was off in the ecstasy of an extended state of joy. And it took me about 5 minutes to, blink my eyes and come back and wiggle around and be able to be present to talk.
I'm sure that was beautiful, and I'm glad that you're able to ground yourself back into this reality and function, because we need you. We need you to talk to us and share with us what you're experiencing and how we can also experience the same thing.
Right. So what we're learning is how to ascend up into high vibration, which that joy activation does, and then how to take what we experience there and descend with it back into the physical realm. So we're learning to integrate the energies so that it's truly as in heaven, so it is on earth. And we'll be talking about that as we go forward, and in the transformance experience that I have coming for us, we'll be working on that. We'll be ascending up. We'll be looking at an issue or a question or a challenge and exploring it from the perspective of divinity, and then bringing that back down into physical life to help. So this journey can be integrated with just an extra step or two.
Awesome. I love it. That's beautiful. And, I'm so glad that you said that, some of our challenges, they don't have to take 15 years anymore, 10 years anymore, because things are going faster, right? So thank goodness, because, let's face it, some of us have been challenged with issues for a long time. And it's like, yeah, we're done. It's like, let's get this done and over with, right? And, what I really like about what you were saying and what you teach also is about practicality, right? It's like bringing the energies down, embodying them, and using them practically in our lives. Because that's, let's face it, this is where we are, right? And so we need to be able to use these tools, these resources, these energies, frequencies, and vibrations in our lives so that we can have a more joyful experience.
Absolutely. The first 50 years of my spiritual journey was all about escaping.
Mm-hmm.
I had an unpleasant life here. I didn't feel good. I had a sickly body. I had a lot of problems and challenges in life. I experienced a lot of death.
Mm-hmm.
I almost died twice myself. And so for the first, maybe at this point, first half of my life, I didn't want to be here because my body was a prison of pain and my life was not a happy one. But each successive step I took on my spiritual path, I was able to work through issues, to create a life for myself that was worth living. That's one of the affirmations that I discovered early on, is that if I wanted to live, I had to create a life that was worth living for.
Absolutely. Makes
And
total
so
sense.
now the last 10 years, I've had a really lovely life. I love my life now. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's loving, it's kind, it's gentle, it's abundant. Mm-hmm. And so I'm no longer trying to escape. And so now the aspect of my spiritual path, the biggest focus of my spiritual path is, and the angel messages that I'm receiving has begun to reflect this, to remind me that human life is a gift. And our greatest gift back to God is to live joyfully, generously, lovingly, kindly. That is our gift back to God. And so now that's what I strive for, is to enjoy my human life as much as possible, to live in as much love and generosity and kindness as I possibly can, and to be that light in the world for others so that they can see that it is possible to live vibrantly, joyfully, beautifully in life.
Beautiful. I love that. And it's so true. It's like, you are a shining example and a role model for people to see that, yes, life, yes, can be challenging, but it can also be beautiful. It can also be joyful. It can also be abundant. And that is a gift for us. And it's a gift that we're sending back or giving back to Creator, because that is what our divine birthright is to experience joy and peace and abundance and, have a fulfilling life, right? That is what we all desire, and that is what we are all entitled to. And that, if Creator, God, had a feeling or something, that is what God would want, is that we're happy, right? And that's why, like, you know, my show, Awaken to Happiness Now, like, that's what, you know, at the core essence of everybody, we're all looking for happiness and we're all wanting to be happy. And that is what, once we start to be happy, we radiate that out naturally, automatically, you know, organically. We don't have to do anything. And that, you know, is a gift and a sign and a symbol to God that, yeah, things are good, things are going the right way. And, you know, it's, then of course sometimes we have some challenges, we have issues that come up, but when we are working with tools, working with the angels, and I know you work a lot with the angels, so when we're working with the angels, that is a wonderful support system and a support team that is provided to us by the universe, by the divine, to assist us so that we can have that joyful life, right?
Yes, yes.
And
absolutely, absolutely.
and that's the thing, it's like sometimes we cut ourselves off from that flow and from that support because of our own beliefs and, you know, wonderful things that we think about in our heads, right? But that is also, you know, an energy stream coming from the cosmos, coming from source, coming from the creator to support us and to give us that support when we need it, but we have to ask for it. So even right now, like we were talking about the Lionsgate portal and all the energy streaming onto the planet, we can take advantage of that support. We can be, you know, open to receiving that support because, again, that is for our own highest good if we're willing to receive it.
Yes, yes. So worthiness, I was just looking in my angel love cards for the worthiness angel, because what you're talking about is all comes down to worthiness. Let's see if I can find her here. I'll keep looking while I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's worthiness about, am I worthy? Here she is. I love this one. Worthiness. Am I worthy to receive the support of the universe, to receive the support of spirit? Am I worthy to be abundant? Am I worthy of joy and health and happiness? Am I worthy of a functional, loving relationship? And so that's one of the key components that we explore on the spiritual path. Is you mentioned it in the form of belief.
Mm-hmm.
That's how these programs get put into place. You could think of a belief as a program about your worthiness. And so just the other day, yesterday, in fact, I was working on that belief of, I am worthy to receive so much more support than I even get now.
Right.
I am worthy of so much more goodness and joy. I am lucky. And I've had a program for a long time that I'm not lucky.
Yeah.
And I've been that's finally rattling loose enough where I can even start to do some release on it, to release the program of unluckiness and to reprogram, I am so lucky.
Awesome. Beautiful. And that's the thing. It's like sometimes it takes a while for these beliefs to get, you know, unstuck or to start to come loose a little bit. But they do eventually when we start to work with them and when we start to recognize and are aware that they're there, then we realize that these are programs that are not really true for us, right? Because like the worthiness, we are inherently worthy because we exist.
Yes, so those beliefs or those programs were, I'm going to say, installed at a time when they were needed. So when they were first installed, they served a purpose. They were protecting us from something, or they were helping us to align with the belief systems of a community for survival. You know, if you think about it, the purpose of survival goes back to, you know, our tribal and family relationships, where as a tribe, as a family, we had to be in alignment to support each other so that we could all live. And we're back to that now. We're back to who is our community, who is our tribe, who is our family, because we need each other to survive. And it's a whole different thing now. Now we're all quested away in our own homes for the most part, or we're quested away wherever it was we were when travel stopped. Like I've been watching a friend who happened to be in Switzerland when Americans were no longer allowed to come home for the most part.
Right. Yeah.
And so she's been sending some pretty happy stuff from Switzerland on Instagram, you know, which I'm happy to see. I'm happy to follow her and keep track of her there. So here we are, you know, we're wherever we are, we're in the community or the bubble or the group where we have our safety zone from the pandemic. You know, for me, I have a little bubble of maybe 10 people. And every time I see them, I go through the same question. How am I? Do I have any congestion? Am I oozing any fluids? You know, have I had a headache recently? You know, how am I feeling? So I won't go see my friends if I have any doubt about my health at all. And likewise, it's the same for them. They don't, we don't interact if there's any question about our health at all.
Right.
And so, that's for the live interactions. For the Zoom interactions, it's really lovely because we're not confined by that. And we're finding ways to have more fulfilling, more engaging, more interactive experiences on Zoom that are really fun. So we are finding ways to bring our community together for that aspect of support.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like we can, this is a great format and a great way to people to still connect and to maybe find new friends, right? New tribe, etc. Because let's face it, the world is actually really small, and once you start to be open to perhaps meeting new people in this type of format, your whole world opens up. Like so much opens up. I mean, that's how I met my husband. He's my husband now, but this is how I met my husband. And it's like, I never would have thought I would ever be living in Europe. It never crossed my mind, So it's like, it's interesting what can open up for you if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, step out of the box, try something new, try something different. And right now, and that's the thing, right now, the energies are such that it is a time for new beginnings. And it's also a time to step out and do something uncomfortable that may be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's going to bring so much more. I keep getting the word like color, but it's not color per se, but more, just more vibrancy to your life. And that is, that's a great way to look at this situation that we're in a positive way, right? It doesn't have to always be doom and gloom. It can be something positive. It's like, oh yeah, I'm starting to open myself up to try something different, meet different people, and, and even tap into like courses and programs like this that are now being offered online, which I think is fantastic, because before these kinds of things were not, like some courses, that I've been able to participate in myself, they were never offered online, so I could never take them because I'm in Europe and most people that I know are in the US. And so lots of different opportunities if you're willing to, step out. And also at the same time, access the new energies that are coming onto the planet, and also access the energies within you that are wanting to shine and radiate out, right?
So this is a time that invites us to be more co-creative. Mm-hmm. So rather than rely on our old ways of doing things, this is a time that invites us to explore new possibilities that we haven't thought of before, to try new things that we haven't tried before, and to experiment, to try experiments, to come to a call like this and then sign up for a special offer and take the classes and make some deeper connections. So I happen to see in the chat, Melissa was saying that this is a divine appointment for her to be here today, that her dog died unexpectedly, so she's in deep grief, and she doesn't want to be alone anymore. So it's time for her to stop isolating and find a friend. So she's so glad that she pushed herself to be here today. Welcome, Melissa. I'm so glad you're here. So here Melissa is demonstrating that willingness to take a new action, to try something new, to say yes to something, and to just see where it goes. What new friends can I discover as a result?
Absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like saying yes. Instead of saying no, but, it's just say yes and then see what happens, right? Absolutely. That's always been my philosophy. I'm going to say yes, and then we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Yes, and then yes, and yes, and yes, and instead of no. And, as soon as you say the yes, your energy starts to open up as well to more opportunities, to more abundance, to more energies, more frequencies, more everything. But you have to say yes. So say yes to you, right? That's what it's about. Yes. You're saying yes to you.
Yes.
And to your guidance. So Melissa was saying yes to her guidance to be on the show. Absolutely. It's wonderful. And Deborah's, she's asking a question. and I was going to say, oh, this is so-and-so, but no, this is a different Deborah. But this question for Deborah is about developing her skills, right? Her spiritual communication skills and abilities. And, who should she call on? Which angel, which guide, which group? So this is great for coming onto these calls and asking these types of questions, because there are so many different possibilities, right?
Absolutely. And, since I'm an angel expert, and since I have authored 2 different kinds of angel cards, for that question for Deborah, who should I call on? What group should I focus on? What advice? I love my angel cards because they're so great. So these are my angel blessings cards. They look like this in case you've seen them. And these are really good for answering deep soul questions. And then my angel love cards are completely different, with different angels, another set of angels. And these are good for exploring what are the soul qualities in me that need to develop now. Or if you're working on a relationship, if you're deepening or in some way bringing more intimacy in your relationship, the angel love cards are wonderful for helping you to identify what are the qualities that are in action here that I need to develop or call forth or access within myself. So in answer to that question from Deborah, divination cards, especially mine, my angel blessings and angel love cards are really perfect for helping who should I communicate with? What should I focus on? They're very perfect for that.
Yeah, and if you're just starting out with the cards, you can use Kimberly's decks and just shuffle and ask, okay, what message is there for me today? That is for my highest and best good, or that's just a general message for the day. Or if there's something specific, just ask, and then you'll get a card and a message and maybe a specific angel as well, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, but it's great that you're open and asking the questions, because the more that you are open and asking the questions, the more that it means you're willing to receive, right? And so, sorry, go ahead, Kimberly.
So the next step is, after you ask the question, you have to be willing to receive. That's what you were saying. You have to allow the space to receive.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about this for a moment in terms of prayer. For a long time, people were coming to me, and many people, hundreds of people, thousands of people would say, I pray and pray and pray and pray, and I never get an answer to my prayers. Well, we do. We just haven't learned how to recognize the answers to prayer. And so one of the things that I've done with many people is say, okay, well, here, let's pray together. You pray about something. And they'll pray, they'll get to the end, they'll say amen, and it's like a door comes shut and there's no answer getting through there. They've done their business, they've prayed, boom, it's done. And nobody ever bothered to talk to them about staying open, hanging around, lingering. I often call that part meditating, where we stay open and we listen for a response. And then, of course, there's some skills to develop in listening. How do you listen to receive? Automatic writing is one way. Intuitive knowing is one way. There are many different ways to begin to receive the response. Being observant in life to recognize miracles that are happening around you is one way. A fun example I have is I'm on a board of directors for a sister organization to mine, Oak Ridge University. And we were talking about hosting a live event. And the last one we hosted out of the leader's house for that, and it was a difficult thing bringing in all of the camera equipment, all the technical equipment, moving all the furniture around in her house, setting up the space for filming. And then, she had no house to live in for the 4 days that we were filming, and we were having to take everything down at night and put it all back up in the morning. It was taking hours to do the setup. Mm-hmm. So at this board meeting, we were saying, we're not going to ever do that again. We need to find a space. And within minutes after we talked about finding a space, one of the members of our group got a call from somebody who said, oh, can I offer you my studio, my workshop studio? It's just sitting there empty right now. You want to use that for an event? You could do a multi-day event there. You could leave your equipment set up. And that's how communication happens. That's how interconnected we are. We sent out the call, we need a space. We want a free space. We send out the call for a free space, and in this case, within 15 minutes, the answer came in with a free space.
Mhm. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. So you have to ask, so prayer is asking, talking to God, and then the meditation is listening and receiving, right? Being receptive and listening to the messages. And sometimes you get the messages right away, sometimes you get them later. But if you're if you're getting into the habit of, okay, I'm asking a question and I'm going to be open to receiving message whenever it comes, so then you're always about being in that state of awareness and openness and receiving, right? Yeah. Good. Awesome. I love it. So yes, do we get to ask a question today? Absolutely. So I forgot to say at the beginning of the call, maybe I did, I forget. But if you do have a question for Kimberly, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. Okay. So Kimberly, I think we're going to be taking some questions, right?
Excellent. I'm happy to take questions. I love taking questions.
Yeah, and yes, Linda, we are going to be talking about awakening our angel light body and how we can do that on a regular basis, or however that works as well. So, ooh, good question, Linda. All right, so Caroline, go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi, beautifuls.
Hi.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hello.
So the question is, or it would be more angelic guidance for my 33-year marriage. We keep butting heads. We've done a lot of work. I've come a long way. We have a lot of history. Are we staying together for the rest of our life? Is it going to get easier? Is the head butting going to stop? I guess that's how we want to put it.
So you have a team of angels. Both of you have teams of angels who are helping you. So if you want to take a breath and put your hand on your right shoulder, your guardian angel is by your right shoulder, and so is his. And so when you're having these head-butting events, one of the first things that you can do is just very quietly, maybe if you even have to go in the bathroom and shut the door, to go for a walk, take a moment. Stand down. That's the first thing when your egos get engaged, is to say, oh, we're doing it again. Let's take a break for a minute. Let's stand down. I'm going to go for a walk. Because it only escalates and gets worse. So the first thing is to stop. The moment you can, to stop. And then you can close your eyes and breathe into your heart. Breathe into your heart. And on the right side, that's where your guardian angel often can be felt. Sometimes it's the left or behind or in front, but I usually see guardian angels and feel them by the right shoulder. And so you can ask your guardian angel. You don't have to know any special formulas. You can ask, please, guardian angel, help us connect with his guardian angel or her, his or her, the other guardian angel. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Connect, please, guardian angel, connect with his guardian angel and help us to see how to disengage these ego conflicts of headbutting and how to connect more deeply from our hearts. So one of the worst things is to step back and just get a little distance and to breathe into your heart. What would love say? That's the first thing. What would love say? And you have to be able to let go of the outcome you want. You have to be able to let go of wanting it to be your way or wanting it to be right or whatever point you're making. You have to let go of that in that breath, to trust that everything is going to be okay. And to ask the question, what would love say? And from there, some archangels come in. For you, one of the angels is the angel of realization, who helps to whisper in your ear, what would love say? What is the higher truth here? What is most important? And from there, you can change your trajectory. From there, you can stop that particular pattern. And if you have some skills, like if you have theta, or if you do Reiki, or if you have some other kind of access bars or I'm trying to think what other tools are common. If you have any kind of tools or angel cards or essential oils or sprays or crystals, you know, this is a good time to call on your tools, any kind of tools you have. But the most important thing is to just breathe, step back, stop, breathe into your heart, get away from each other if you need to for a few minutes, and ask, what would love say? And open your heart to listen. Because sometimes I find we're actually saying the same thing, but we just have a little different way of wording it. And we're programmed differently. So it's hard for us to hear what the other person is saying, even though it's probably quite similar. Or if it's not, you know, if it's really different, if it scares you, you know, one thing to ask is to take a breath and say, okay, well, why does that scare me? What if I could relax into new possibilities? So what if a new outcome could be even better than what we have right now? So there are some wonderful questions that you can ask yourself to help tune into this love perspective. What would love say?
How's that, Caroline, for you?
Well, I mean, what an angel. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was a great question. Because we all have that situation in life.
Yeah, or, you know, or even if it's not a relationship one, but it could be something just with yourself, with your finances, with your abundance, with your career, with your, you know, health even. It's even in those situations, it's a great question to ask. What would love say here? What would love do here? How would love be here? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so there was lots of other questions in the chat, which I know I'm gonna like forget now, but Linda was asking, how do we activate our angel light body daily?
Oh, so we're going to do an activation process. Is this the time for it?
Nope.
Okay.
We'll save that for later. So
Okay.
that's what
so
that is
Linda,
going to be about.
Hold that thought. And after we do the activation, I'll answer that question after we do the activation.
Awesome. Good. Perfect. Thank you. And Angela is asking, are there specific angels for challenges? I need one like today.
Absolutely. So the angel depends, they're generic angels. So Archangel Uriel is one of the famous ones for challenges. He's the one that when you feel when your heart's crying out, oh God, help me, that's Archangel Uriel that responds. He's the responder to trouble, panic, fear, distress. That's Uriel. But there are so many other angels that depend on exactly what you need. And this is where angel cards are really good, because you can ask the question and get the answer you want. So I had some angels pulled out. If I do this, I'm going to lose them into my deck. Okay, so I'll just shuffle from here. So let's get to that question with her. And sometimes I just do this. I'm tuning into her energy. I've got my eyes closed. I'm feeling the energy of the cards. And for her, it's Micah, the angel of divine plan. So to just know that whatever is happening to you, this challenge is a part of your divine plan. This challenge has been divinely orchestrated to help you let go of something that you're done with. It could be relationships with people that can be hard. It could be a job or a home or a situation. It could be a belief. It could be all kinds of things that you're changing. Now, that doesn't mean that you lose them, or they're done or they're taken away necessarily, although sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have a stripping away process and challenges. And that can be for our good, because a lot of times the people in our life aren't really right for us. And there's a part of us that knows that. Or our work situation or our living situation isn't really right for us. And we know that. And so sometimes we're able to make changes elegantly and joyfully and gracefully. And sometimes we stumble through complaining and crying and struggling and fighting the whole way. Mm-hmm. So however it goes, just know it's good. Just know it's good. And the more you can be connected to your heart, the more you can be connected to the big picture of what's most important, what matters most to me, the more you can be connected to what is your soul calling you to, what is your heart yearning for, the more your life will be able to align itself over time to become a beautiful, elegant, abundant, fulfilling, nurturing, sweet life.
Beautiful. Thank you, Angela. That was a great question. And I love that angel for you, Micah, divine plan. You know, it's like, and the thing is, everything that is happening to you, through you, it's all part of your divine plan for you to know who you are, to, you know, experience life and have a joyful life. So if something is not working, you really have to question, is this really what I want? Right? I think, Kimberly, that's what basically you were saying as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So it's a great question. And that message is not just for Angela, it's for everybody, you know, so please look at that and see how that resonates for you. Because I know Luz is asking the same type of question about, please could you share a message revolving work/love, right? So I'm not sure, I think we've kind of answered that already, Luz, right? So if not, just type back in and into the chat, but I think we've pretty much answered that as well. Just, you know, in all of the whole conversation we've been doing. And so, you know, when we were talking earlier about receiving messages, receiving energies, being willing to allow ourselves to receive, Linda was asking, what happens when you feel blocked from receiving?
Oh, that is such a good question, Linda. Thank you for asking that. So when we feel blocked from receiving, what's happening is our energy field is saying, hey, 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 pay attention. Hey, I need your attention. We lock down our energy, again, with our beliefs. Here we get back to our beliefs and our feelings and our fears. We lock down our energy. We prevent our energy field from expanding. We prevent our heart from expanding. We prevent our other chakras from expanding. We prevent our light being from expanding. We block our soul from coming in and helping us with our fears and our old beliefs. So when we feel blocked, all that's saying is, hey, 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 look at me. Whatever we're blocked in, it's saying, hey, look at me. And it's time to explore what old beliefs, what old programs, what limitations do I have that are preventing me from recognizing the miracles that are actually happening all around me. So if you can see it from that perspective, that this block is simply saying, hey, change needed here. Now, sometimes radical change is needed, and sometimes it's just a tiny little tweak that's needed to open that up. And so there are a lot of different ways that we can get unblocked. One of my favorite ways is writing about the challenge, because it's helpful if we can tune into what it is. To think back of, you know, some old style questions of working with this, old school questions are, when do I remember this first happening? Did this pattern first start in childhood? Did this pattern first start in young adulthood? Did it start in a particular relationship? Does it have the feeling like it's really old and it came from past lives? Does it feel like you've been doing this for 600 friggin' past lives? And man, are you done with this? You know? So to gain some awareness about it, but then the really important point is the pivot, is to pivot off of I'm so stuck and pivot onto, well, what is happening? What is opening up? What am I receiving? What is changing? And to put all of our attention on what matters most, to do that pivot. That's the most important thing with a block. So every time you feel the block, you say, oh, great, you're reminding me to pivot. Okay, how can I pivot now? I'm going to stop. You know, here we are back to that butting heads thing. You know, it's the same thing. Stop, take a breath, back off, you know, step away. Back off, step away, take a break, take a breath, breathe into your heart. And I love that question, what would love do? You know, when we can come back to what would love do? we can begin to find a new option, a new behavior, a new opportunity. What do I really want? Often when we're blocked, we're really focused on what's wrong, and our remedy is not that, which is still a focus on what's wrong. So this is again where we're lacking creativity. I think I started us out by saying that a lot of our issues happen because we're just lacking creativity. So you can do an exercise or an experiment, and you can ask yourself, like one of the exercises I did that was really hard at first was to write down 50 questions about this. That's a lot of questions. You know, my brain wants to ask 3 and done, but to hang in there for 50 questions. And you'll find that the questions will lead you through breaking down the elements of what's blocked and what's emotional and what's mental and what's spiritual and what do you really want. The 50 question process is fabulous. I have a little program called Clearing Blocks to Receiving that has that 50 question exercise in it. And so there are a lot of different things that we can do to become more creative. Another exercise you can do is imagine, forget about the issue, forget about what's blocked, and focus on what's my biggest vision for this life. What matters most to me? And in that biggest vision, in that connection, which is what we're going to be doing in the light body meditation, from that state of high connection, when you look on this issue or challenge or block, it's completely different. And sometimes from a light body perspective, the issue just dissolves and it's gone. And sometimes not. Sometimes you actually need to do some work on it and make some choices and take some actions in life. But when you can see it from that light body, that true self, that higher illumined perspective, then the choices you make, the potential solutions, the opportunities are very different than when you're trying to fix it from that place where you're stuck and blocked.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, Linda. Thank you.
All right, so I'm just gonna see if there's any other questions. So, you know, the past couple of months, especially, a lot of people have been having challenges, right? The past 3, 4, 5, 6 months since this whole COVID thing. So Sue was asking, is there anything that my guardian angel can share with me to help navigate the future of my life to where I want it to be? And I think that could be a question for everybody, really, right?
We're going to do that in the angel light body meditation.
Awesome.
Great question.
Good. Awesome. Good.
See how tuned in we are?
And then Melissa is asking, what angel can help me with old patterns I came in to release? Self-criticism, into self-forgiveness. I know the truth, but a gap in myself isn't allowing myself to apply it to me. Over and over, hamster wheel, big me to little me.
So that could be a number of different angels depending upon the nature of the challenge and the direction she's going. But, you know, if you want to call in the big guns, Archangel Metatron is the one who really works with cosmic patterning. So that's Metatron. Metatron helps to dismantle cosmic patterning that's no longer functioning for you and to assemble or create or infuse a new, more functional pattern for you.
Awesome. Thank you. And so Randy was asking what, what angels are helping me with my healing journey and helping me to understand my healing journey.
Hey, Randy, I'm happy to see you here or know that you're here. I haven't seen you for a long time. So let's see, where are you? I'm tuning into Randy. And this is Angel Love cards. There we go. Sometimes I shuffle till one just flies out like that. And so for you, Randy, it's encouragement. You know, it's been like, what, 10 years of this healing journey? Man, do I know that. I had a 15-year healing journey. And I feel you, Randy. I feel you. So this is where encouragement comes in, to just be encouraged, to keep going, and to focus on what's working for you. It's so easy to get lost in the pain and the challenges and what you can't do and what you've lost. And I know that what you've lost has been earth-shattering. I know that. So if you focus on the encouragement aspect of what do you have now, and I know that you've also had some good changes in your life. I've watched that blossom and open up. So to focus on what's good, what do you have working for you? What illumination is coming through? And you know, you're here today. You found us here today. That's huge. And you said yes. You came on the call. So I'm so happy to have you here today on the call, Randy. Giving you love. And it all comes back to what would love say? What would love do? To allow yourself to feel the angels, to feel the spirits. And I know that you have an open heart. I know you're very intuitive. To allow yourself to feel the goodness, to change your focus over to the life is good focus. Life is joyful. We have a free gift on here, which is the joy activation. That is just so amazing. I was listening to it before we came on. And Randy, you want that joy activation. I'm trying to think if you've gotten it before, and I don't know, but you want that joy activation. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Angela's saying that her husband is worried that she's going on a different spiritual path.
Oh, you know, that happens.
Yeah.
Our partners are always fearful when we make any big changes because they're afraid that he's afraid that you're going to change and you won't love him anymore, or you know, some kind of version of that. And I know I was in a spiritual community that was a true relationship busting place, you know, and 90% of the people who came out of an event left their relationships, and you know, it was just horrific. So for the spouses at home, anytime they went into an event, I thought, oh God, are they coming home to me or not? You know? Most groups aren't like that.
Nope.
But the thing to do is to talk with him, to share with him what you're feeling and what you're knowing, and to let him know that you love him, that you're not going to leave, that all is well. He just needs reaffirming. He just needs assurance that you love him. He's okay. So here's the question. Am I okay? Are you my friend? Do you still love me? That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, you're okay. I love you. You're still my friend. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just expanding. I'm expanding my heart so that I can love you more.
Ooh, good one.
I'm expanding my heart so that I can love you more.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good, I like that. All right, we're going to take one more question and then we're going to do the activation. Okay, so
Okay.
Luz was saying or asking, is there an angel I can call on for assistance with receiving a fair divorce?
Oh man, that's a tough one. The angel of truth is a good one, because when a divorce isn't fair, truth has been hidden from one side or the other. So the angel of truth is the one who helps with justice. And if I can, let's see if I can even find the truth card here. Truth balances out, truth is truth. Truth exposes what's hidden. Sometimes in unfair divorces, the other party is hiding assets. Sometimes they're speaking lies about you to get child custody or to prevent, to not have to give you money. Lots of ugly things can happen in divorce. But when the truth comes out, then there can be fairness and balance. And I'm not, oh, truth, here it is. Of course, it's almost the last one. So I love this image that I found. This is a 13th century Spanish painter. And this beautiful radiant being is holding the orb of truth and the scepter of power, or the rod of power. And that's really the essence of truth. It's the rod of power. And the power is the power of love, to be fair, to be just. So it's the power of love. And truth is, well, truth is truth.
Yeah.
There are no alternate facts.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
It's either true or it's not.
Yeah. So Luz, call on the angel of truth. Yeah,
Truth.
for sure.
Amatiel, the angel of truth.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. All right, Angela, you have your hand raised. Can you unmute yourself? Angela, can you unmute yourself? Yep, there you go. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
can hear me?
Yep.
Laura, I love you. You've been here for me for a couple of years.
Yep. Love you too. Miss you. But yes.
I miss you too. I miss you too. And this today has been such a great show that I've actually raised my hand because normally I
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah. Good.
And I love you for that. But the topic we are on today has really touched a core. Especially the comment that has been given regarding he's your friend. I'm sitting with my husband right now.
Mhm.
We've gone through hell and back. And a part of me is still so closed off. Alara, you know, I have gone through challenges
Yep.
financially and everything. And I still want you to come to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
everything seems to have gone to zero and then gone to past the 0 point and gone to negatives.
It can only
But
get better.
you've given me a lot of hope. I know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it doesn't keep the downward spiral.
It can't. It can only get better.
Yeah. Yeah. So as we were having this discussion, I loved what I want is a message, an angel message. I always speak to my children about the angels. I have paintings of Angel Raphael and some other angels above their beds.
Mm-hmm.
I need one message with my husband sitting here next to me, a message from the angels to give us hope.
All right, let's see what Kimberly has to say.
So close your eyes and put a hand over your heart and breathe into your heart. Breathe, and this is for everyone. Breathe into the feeling of love in your heart. Think of your children. Think of your partner. Think of who you love most. Think of your parents. Who do you love most? So that it's a feeling, it's a warmth in your heart. Breathe into that feeling of love in your heart and invite it to expand. So it goes from small to bigger and bigger and bigger until that warmth and that fullness fills your whole chest. And expanding until that warmth and that fullness fills your whole heart. In relationships, we need to establish trust. So if trust has been broken, think of building a trust bridge. What do you do to build a bridge? And in your family, in your relationship, you need to build a bridge. Maybe it's a rainbow bridge. Maybe it's a candy bridge. Maybe it's a giraffe bridge or a lollipop bridge. I don't know. Maybe it's a loving hearts bridge. You know, with kids, it could be anything. But with each other, what is this bridge? And when we build a bridge, there are supports, there are support poles. What are the support poles? What are the qualities that you and your mate share that support, that hold up the relationship? What are these qualities that you can always count on? And think about them. Like maybe one quality is we both always come home at the end of the day. That's huge. You know, if that's true, we both always come home at the end of the day. Maybe one is mom always cooks dinner for us. Mom always feeds us. That's huge. Maybe it's, you know, dad always does, you know, what does dad do? And maybe with the kids, I don't know what the age is, but maybe one of those foundations is we always get a kiss and a tuck in at bedtime. And maybe some days we get a story. Maybe the foundation is I'm here. I'm just here. Here I am. So you want to start with whatever those foundational pillars are for your bridge, and then start to link them together. Well, what's a connecting link? A connecting link is an experience. So an experience of, I'm telling you the truth. This is the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, now, I'm telling you the truth again. This is the truth. That's another crossbeam. I'm telling you the truth again. This is another truth. Here's another crossbeam. I came home. I'm here. Here's another crossbeam. I'm willing. Here's another crossbeam. I'm able. I'm opening my heart. I'm engaging in conversation with you. I'm exploring possibilities. More crossbeams, and now we're building the walk on our bridge. So every experience of cooperation, every experience of connection, every experience of truth-telling and kindness is an element of the bridge that you're building to believe each other. And then you need to look at, well, where is our bridge going? What's on the other side? What pillars do we want to put in on the other side that we're moving toward? Maybe there's a pillar of fun. There's a pillar of trust and fun and playfulness. Maybe there are pillars for opportunity and exploration and new possibilities. Maybe we're building this bridge for a new lifestyle together, a new kind of life. What would we love in our relationship? Do we want to have a more openness, a more freedom to tell each other how we're feeling? What would love say? Maybe part of that bridge is all about what would love say? What does your heart want to say? You know, our emotions of hurt want to just say hurtful things, but our heart just wants to say love things. So maybe part of the journey is, well, let's agree to put away the past. We're walking away from the other part, the back part of the bridge. We're walking away from that, and we're not going to bring it up anymore. The next time there's an argument, we're not going to bring up what happened 5 years ago anymore. That's done. So maybe part of the new bridge is we're letting go of the past and we're walking into a loving, kind, peaceful future. So think of that bridge. What's important in that bridge? What are you building now? Where are you going? What are you choosing to leave behind where you're not even going to look back? We're going to call it good. We're going to call it done. We're not even going to look back at those old painful challenges. And we're going to focus on building the new. So maybe you need to have some dates. Maybe you need to have some experiences of just mom and dad going out on a date, which means maybe, I don't know, maybe you go for a walk in the starlight after the kids are in bed and grandma can come over and watch them, or something. Dates are really different these days. Maybe a date is, you have kids go to grandma's and you have a special dinner, just the two of you, where you have an empty, quiet house where you can have some intimacy. So it could be whatever a date is for you, to give the two of you that chance to explore what you love about each other, what's good about your relationship. Maybe you have a practice where every night when you get in bed, you look at each other and say, today I loved this about you. Wouldn't that feel good? I loved it when you did this for me. I felt so loved when you washed the dishes after dinner. I felt so loved when you folded the laundry on your own without me having to ask you. I felt so loved when you noticed the trash was full and took it out and emptied the trash. It can be just little, simple, really practical, everyday things like that. And if you can't think of anything, you can say, I really love it that you're here in bed with me tonight and we're going to bed together with our family intact. That's huge. Thank you. So it can be really basic, really bottom line, but just begin to focus on the goodness, what's good, in a kind way, letting your heart speak words of love.
That's awesome. And I think that's not just for Angela, that's for everybody. And anybody who's in a relationship, it's like wonderful wisdom. Angela, how are you doing? You still there?
Yes, I am. Woozy.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That means that transformation happened.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. So make sure you go back and watch or listen to this again, because there was a lot of information and energy that Kimberly shared with you, okay?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Alara.
Yeah,
Thank you, dear.
Awesome. Wow, that was amazing. And you know, the funny thing is, Kimberly, you don't even know her story, but that you know, that was spot on.
Well, good to know. I could feel it.
Yeah, that was spot on. So that was
Feel
perfect.
it. Yeah.
Yep. It's funny. All right, so we want to do the light body activation. What do we need to know before we do it?
Open your heart and trust.
Awesome. We can do that, right, guys? We can do that. We can definitely open our hearts and trust.
Optimally, you don't want to be disturbed because you want to be able to go very deeply. So if you can close the door to your room, or if you're in a place, if you can be uninterrupted, that's optimal.
Awesome. Good. Thank you. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay. So let's put our hands on our hearts and close our eyes and breathe into our hearts. Our heart is the gateway to everything. So as we breathe into our hearts, like we did a few minutes ago, breathe into the love that's there. Who do you love most? Could be family, could be that little fur critter under the chair, could be the fur critter that passed on a couple of days ago, could be children, could be anybody. Who do you love most? And as you breathe, let your heart open. And we're going to begin this journey through our soul star. The soul star is above your head. So if you can imagine a light a few feet above your head, however that envisions for you. Might be a tiny pinpoint of light. It might be a blazing sun, might be a color. Just let yourself imagine this light above your head.
Nicole, you're annoying the shit out of me.
Your soul star is the key to your angel light body. Think of it as the lock in the doorway or the gateway to your angel light body. Your soul star is the closest point in the higher realms of being and your angel light body. It shines etherically in your aura just a few feet above your head. As you awaken, it appears as a tiny point of light twinkling, beckoning above your head. At the divine moment of activation, your guardian angel that we talked about at your right shoulder, your guardian angel calls in Archangel Gabriel, and your ascension begins. Ascension takes place in many small steps or experiences over time. And if you're here, your ascension has already begun. You have already been through many phases or many experiences on your ascension journey. In this first initiation, though, your soul star is activated, and that means that it becomes accessible to you. It's as if you can see the lock in the door now. So what is the key? The key is love, the love that you feel in your heart. As your heart opens and expands to that love, the love you carry becomes a visceral force in your heart and your life. You gain inner strength for the next escalation of light. And I know some of you have already been through this. You have already gained strength in your heart. Your heart is expanded for this next escalation of light. The soul star expands to reveal the lock, and the love in your heart becomes the key that opens the gateway to your soul body. You are granted access to the higher realms of existence outside the confines of time and space. You become timeless. You can access the past and the future. Somebody was asking about the future. You may travel in your soul body to past and future to heal and gain wisdom and insight as you make life choices. The soul realm is your first experience, your first remembrance of a realm where there is only love. There is no fear or pain, no anger or betrayal, no longing or need here. The soul is a treasure vault of all goodness and supply. Everything needed is here, available, waiting for you to access and retrieve for your use in material life. And I know that many of you are already deeply connected with your soul. You have already accessed your soul calling, your soul guidance, your soul wisdom, that treasure trove of goodness. As rich and abundant as it is, the soul is a mere taste of the infinite bounty of spirit that awaits you. So imagine it as an introduction or a training ground. There is so much more. The soul is temporary. To human experience, the soul exists for all material creation, millions of years, and that is temporary from an eternal perspective. Your light body is the first aspect of your true being that you glimpse. Your angel light body is eternal. Your true being is eternal, dwelling in the realm of love. Can you feel this? Are you imagining? With your inner vision, can you see your body sitting here and your soul just above it? And your light body, your angel light body above that, shining light down on the soul and into your earth body life. And if you look up above your angel light body, you see more. You see a brighter light. You see a more expanded presence. That's you too. As you connect with your soul, you may feel your soul calling and life purpose. There is a much deeper and more pervasive calling that comes from your angel light body and your true being. Your soul calling pertains to action in the material world as you awaken to service. In your angel light body, though, you are ascended, awake, and one with all that is. You are infinite. You are eternal. Can you sense the difference? Can you feel that awakened, infinite realm of being that is you? The mind is quiet in the angel light body. It can be accompanied by a feeling of movement, expanding beyond the multiverses into the deep and eternal peace. You may feel a little queasy or a little dizzy or a little lightheaded or be yawning and opening. These are all symptoms that you are experiencing higher realms of energy. While you exist as a unique aspect of consciousness, there is no separation from all other beings of light. So maybe you can imagine now seeing millions of other beings of light in the eternal realm. These beautiful, majestic beings of light. And you notice that you are one. You are powerful and majestic. You are expansive and brilliant. And you are all intimately connected in oneness. The very substance that you are composed of And the substance that all of this realm is composed of is the essence of divine love. It's like a heart orgasm. It's blissful. Can you feel that with every breath? Breathe deeper and deeper into this bliss and peace. It is an experience of pure love and consciousness with no self or personality or individuation. And yet it is so intimate. It is at once ecstatic and serene, expansive and fulfilled. There are no traces of the challenges of material existence, only bliss, love, joy, peace. Breath is your connecting link. Keep your awareness on your breath as it flows in and out. Gently breathing in and out. Allowing your body, your chair, your room to dissolve into the light and love of this blissful existence. Breathe in and out in the rhythm of eternity. Drawing in and expressing out. By breathing into the rhythm of eternity, you experience eternal peace. The peace that passes understanding. Breathe in this peace, bliss. The human mind can't understand or figure it out. The experience simply is deep, profound, unperturbed, massive, eternal. Can you feel it? This is the presence of your angel light body. This is the experience of being present. This is what it means to just be. In this state of oneness, you are omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Can you feel that? So, how can this help us in human life? In this place of peace, think of a challenge or a need or an opportunity in your life. It could be anything from health, finances, work, relationships, spirituality, anything. With that lightly in your focus, breathe once again into the presence of oneness. The challenge doesn't exist here. It's irrelevant here. So how does this help us with earth life where the challenge still exists? Once again, breathe into that presence of oneness, of peace, of bliss. From an experience of oneness, of deep peace where there is no suffering, no need, no conflict. Allow that part of yourself that is experiencing the challenge to be released, to see all perfection, all resolution. So you could say, imagine that the challenge just simply doesn't exist. See the highest vision beyond the challenge. So don't even include the challenge or any kind of results you have. What is the highest vision for you, for your life? Focus on that vision of goodness, love, kindness, connection, abundance, whatever it is, creativity, community, whatever it is. Focus on that highest vision. See the co-creative potential with your divine angel light body. Imagine a life for yourself of deep peace, abundant expression, fulfilling intimate relationships of love, and divine co-creation where everything is possible. Imagine this vision now as a sacred grid or light language, or whatever it looks like for you. Maybe it's just an image or a feeling. And bring that image down now out of the heavens to your soul so that it imprints on your soul and it brings with it all of the resources that are needed, everything. The people, money, ideas, possibility, opportunity. Everything needed is being input, is being infused into your soul star, your soul treasure vault, your soul's body of knowing. And from there it is being infused from your soul star down through the light, through the top of your head, through your chakra, your crown chakra, down through your nervous system, through your chakras, into your physical body, where it is infusing every cell of your physical body with this new vision, with the wisdom, the resources, the guidance, the assets, the blueprint for this new vision, with the synergy, the opportunity, the connections, the people, the money, everything are being infused into, imprinted into your physical body, into the cells of your physical body, so that this vision, this reality lives within you. See it now radiating outward from you so that you become a brilliant sun and you are radiating this vision out all around you, out into your world, through your family, into your community, into your global community. This vision is radiating out and it is activating the souls of everyone who is destined to be part of this vision with you. And they are riding the waves of light back to you so that they can find you, they can meet you, they can discover you. And divine synergy is going to arrange for opportunities, going to bring you together in all kinds of interesting and miraculous ways, where you meet the people who are destined to be your community, your friends, your followers, your teachers, your students, your beloveds. And allow all that goodness to come back to you now on these strands of luminosity, on these waves of light. Feel the abundance, the people, the love, the joy, the resources, the synergy, the opportunities coming back, multiplied 1,000,000 times over on these waves of light. And again, infusing into the very cells of your body so that your body is holding the record, the energy, the vision, the opportunity, the assets, the resources, the goodness for this vision to outpicture. Your job is to be observant, to be alert, to notice in life. So carrying forward the question, how can we activate our angel light bodies in life every day? Revisit this amazing life vision that you just had. Call it forward, feel it, give it your energy. Imagine what qualities of light need to activate in you. What qualities of personality and being do you need to access to be this being of light? Who do you need to meet? What do you need to do? What assets and resources and abundance is necessary? Ask for it every day and be open to see it as it comes in. Recognize the synergies and the miracles and the opportunities. Say yes and take action. They could be completely different from what you imagined. Being here today is one of those synergies. Because who knows, maybe something I say is absolutely perfect for you. Or maybe I got you here today, but the speaker tomorrow is saying absolutely everything that you need too. Alara has the gift of bringing together the most amazing people in this beautiful community. So maybe it's a comment from someone else in the community in the chat room or a question they ask that is the synergy of exactly what you needed. Such are the ways of spirit, when our hearts are open and we're curious. Curiosity is one of my favorite qualities of the divine. Curiosity helps us to be open to explore new possibilities, to do taste tests, so to speak, and to have new experiences. So here you are on one of those synergistic experiences, receiving a taste of your angel light body and learning how to pull down those divine visions to inform your soul and to bring everything into divine presence in your life now for full manifestation. And for that, we say thank you. With deep gratitude in our hearts, we say thank you. We accept, we say, I accept, say out loud, I accept all the gifts of this experience. I accept synergy and resources to pour in. I accept loving interactions and beautiful relationships. I accept all of the goodness of life. And with that, we say, and so it is. And without leaving this space, don't leave this beautiful space, just simply open your eyes and bring it here with you. Bring all of this love and joy with you so that it's radiating out from behind your eyes, so that it's beaming out from your heart, so that it's illuminating your energy field, so that your aura is lighting up and your heart is joyful. And so it is.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. So I think, if you want to know how to activate your angelic light body every day, do this process every day. Revisit this visioning every day and just be this expansiveness that you're being right now. Be this light, be this love every day, and ask yourself, what would love say? What would love do? How would love be? Awesome. I loved it. Yeah, that was so beautiful. I think I was smiling like throughout the whole thing. I know I was yawning a lot, but I think I was smiling throughout the whole thing as well. It was so nice.
Yawning is good. Yawning opens us to more breath, and that opens us to more energy. Yeah. That also relaxes our body, so the ways we normally hold release. that allows our body to relax and open to receive even more energy. So yawning is great.
Yes, yawning is great. And anything else that you may do, because I know some people cough, some people do other stuff, so it's all great.
Yeah, some people cough or hiccup or burp.
Yeah, exactly.
All good. All good.
All right, so if anybody has any follow-up questions about that, about the angelic light body, I know that, I think we've answered all your questions, Linda, right, that you had asked about that in this process. It was beautiful.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Awesome.
That was wonderful, Kimberly. It was absolutely beautiful.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, definitely do it on a regular basis, okay? Yeah.
Thanks, Alara, too, for all you do.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you, Linda. All right, so yeah, that was I don't know, I don't know what I was expecting, but that was amazing. I loved it. So yay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so if you would like to, have any follow-up questions about that, just type in the chat or raise your hand. In the meantime, I also wanted to talk to Kimberly about her wonderful special offers, which is totally different than last time. So for those of you who are on the live page, you can just click on special offer. For those of you who are not, you can go to laura.at/show/Kimberly8. And I'm also going to put this in the chat here for those of you who are here. So Kimberly, can you share with us a little bit about the package and what people can expect, especially in the private healing session with you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So the private healing session is 50 minutes with me. I usually charge $222 for a 50-minute private session. And that is your time. That is for us to do the healing that you need, or to activate energies or qualities in you. That's to do whatever it is that you need with the angel guidance, with soul guidance, with angel light body guidance. So that's your time to heal deeply, to release old patterns, to release old beliefs, old programs, and to enable new programs that will carry you forward into more lightness of being, more joy, more abundance, more love, more intimate love relationships. So in that personal session, miracles happen. It is a really wonderful experience of being guided and uplifted by the angels. So my style is I don't just tell you, I think out of all of the readings I've done in my life, I only had one person that said, well, aren't you just going to tell me how? I'm not a tell you how person. My sessions are around helping you learn to access your own inner guidance so that it's a tool that you have for you going forward. Mm-hmm. So it's not a psychic reading where I just tell you something. It's an interactive experience of learning how to access your own inner guidance, how to access the angels on your own, how to connect with your soul, how to heal. It's a dynamic experience.
Beautiful.
And then the next part of that is, we were tapping into it a little bit today. I did a workshop on your most amazing life. That was really sweet. I was listening to it yesterday to remember what was in there. And so, of course, love and joy are the keys to your most amazing life. They're the gateways that open up higher consciousness. And love and joy exist in our higher consciousness energy. So in this 66-minute transformational experience, you're going to learn how to access the goodness of life that I was talking about today. You're going to learn how to invest in your own expansive experiences of joyful higher consciousness being. So what if you could look in the mirror and instead of seeing, like for me, seeing an aging woman, I've gone through a period of time where it was hard for me to look in the mirror and see an aging woman, mm-hmm. but rather to see a radiant, beautiful light being. What if you looked in the mirror and saw the majestic, beautiful, magnificent being that you are? That's what this is all about, how to see yourself as you truly are, as the blessed, beautiful, magnificent being. And then the next part is activating your angel light body. So you got a taste of the larger workshop that goes with this. Mm-hmm. So in the longer workshop, you'll get a deeper experience of what we worked on today. You'll learn a little bit of the backstory and learn a little bit more on how to truly activate your angel light body in life. Although, my God, you got a really good taste today.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And how to bring that energy into life. You got that today too. So the Angel Light Body Workshop is one of my favorites that I've ever done. You know, I've got lots of favorites, but it's one of my lots of favorites. So I know that you will enjoy that.
Awesome.
It all starts though with a free gift, which is that joy activation meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're on that joy activation, you can scroll down on the page. Down below that, you fill out a little form, and that'll give you access to Archangel Gabriel's Soul Star activation, which we didn't do today. We talked about it, but we didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get it all through that joy activation, and then through the special offer. So I sure hope that I get to meet you in person for your own angel reading, so I can get to know you and help you in the ways that you need help on the angel's path of love.
Beautiful. Awesome. And so all of this, the 2 workshops plus the 50-minute personal session with Kimberly, all of that is available for you for $127, and there is a 2-pay option available if you so require. So, but, you know, really, honestly, like, you know, Kimberly was saying, normally a personal session is $222, and this is $127, which is like so much less, plus, you know, these wonderful workshops as well that are going to be life-changing, you know, life-transforming. You know, so like, you know, the Angel Light Body activation we just did was just a small taste of what's possible for you and what's available for you in the workshop. And of course, your most amazing life transformation workshop. That is how you start to create that amazing life that you would like to live. It's not just about focusing on the healing and clearing of the challenges and the beliefs and all that, but it's also about visioning and creating energetically, to begin with, what your amazing life looks like, right? You got to do both. You can't just focus on the challenges. You have to also focus on creating your dream life, your amazing life. So that's, again, like I said, available at alara.at/show/Kimberly8. So please do take a look at that. It's really, really powerful workshops and a powerful session with Kimberly. It's amazing. So awesome. Thank you. So Kimberly, was there anything else that the angels wanted to share with us today?
Yes. The angels wanted me to share with you a message that's on the back cover of my newest book, Angel Healing, because this is such a sweet message. So let's take a breath. The angels say, we are here. We are your angels. We are truly with you always. Every moment of eternity, we are here. You have never been abandoned. You are never forgotten. You are never without love. We hold you always in our embrace of comfort, love, and peace. We have so much to give you. Please listen to us. Search for our quiet presence in your heart. Listen for our gentle guidance in your heart. Allow our mantle of love to comfort you. We are here. We are with you now. Allow us to assist you. Listen for our words of wisdom. Recognize the miracles happening to you every day. Let joy fall like gentle raindrops on your path. Yes, we are here. Believe.
Beautiful. Wow. And it's, you know, when you said that, you know, let joy fall like raindrops on your path, I was like, oh, I could feel the actual energy of joy falling all around me and over me. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Alara. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share the love in my heart and the beauty of spirit.
Oh, that's so nice. And yeah, we love this conversation. We love the energy processes, both of them. Like, I mean, honestly, we got gifted 2, you know, really, right, today. So that was awesome. So grateful. And I'm so grateful for all of the questions from everybody. You know, it's like those questions are what we were able to expand on, and, you know, Kimberly and the angels were able to share some of the teaching, some of the wisdom, and some of the energies to assist us as we move forward on our path in our lives, right? So the rainbow bridge, or the bridge connecting us to, you know, different people in our lives or situations, as well as the light body activation. Oh my goodness, you definitely want to do that again and again and again. Awesome, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, such a blessing, Kimberly, and I'm so glad that you were here doing this work and sharing your love and your light with all of us. So yeah, Bridge of Light. Ah, there's a song by Pink. I didn't know that.
I love pink.
Yeah, me too. Awesome. All right, everyone. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, go back and watch and or listen to this again if you can. Do those processes again. You will love them. And yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Kimberly. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.